Wow, such a great day in the office.
Yeah.
From breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
Also hot and fresh, happy Friday! I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi.
I'm Ferdi Salvador. Glad to have you with us.
I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is the Daily Dish.
And I'm Chal Lontoc. Join us in the next hour and a half for the news, meets, and stories that matter to all of us.
Happy Friday! People here are craving for sagot gulaman.
And pancit. We're all ordering.
Before we got on air, we're like, who's gonna have sagot gulaman? Who's gonna have pancit?
It can't be daily dish without the dish, of course.
Because for
Yes.
Catholics, Fridays are meant to be meatless.
Yes, so we're having vegetarian pancit. I love pancit. But anyway, guys, have you seen Aryna Sabalenka? She is the #1 tennis player right now in the women's WTA rankings.
World number one.
World #1, and she just got engaged, and she's been killing it. One, her bridal fashion, she's been wearing like a veil, like making sure everybody knows.
During the game.
Yeah, warm-ups and all that.
Warm-ups,
Yeah,
okay.
making sure everybody knows that she's engaged, but also during the game, she's been wearing her like 5-carat, I don't know, her big engagement ring. During the game, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I work out, I take out my engagement
Yeah,
ring.
just learning about that's giving me anxiety.
I wear it everywhere I go just so that I don't lose it.
Yeah.
That's the only main reason.
No, but I feel like
I-
for working out,
I mean, she has
wouldn't
to
wear-
protect the precious
no, but she
stone,
said,
right?
like, a bunch of reporters asked her, like, is it comfortable? Because she's gripping her tennis racket with her
Let
ring.
me
She said
tell
it's
you,
fine.
ladies, about the history of the tennis bracelet and jewelry during
Oh, yeah,
tennis
we know about
lessons.
tennis bracelets.
So she's got a tennis ring.
So she's gonna start the
That might be
tennis
the next
ring.
fad over there.
5-carat ring.
Wouldn't that hurt? Well, I don't know where she holds her racket, left
Well,
or
that's
right.
what I'm saying, yeah, it's gonna
if
hurt
it's
when
a
she
left,
grips.
Yeah, you're gonna develop unwanted calluses here, or maybe she needs that for.
I don't
but
know.
I don't remove
But
my jewelry.
Go Aryna, and we're so excited for your wedding. I hope you invite us to your wedding.
We're okay. We can take a break from the Daily Dish to attend your wedding,
We'll
but
open
only
up our
for one day,
schedule.
okay? Yeah.
Only for one day.
Anyway, we have so much to talk about today. Very important. There's
Our guest for
Dr.
today, yeah.
Cyndi Romine. She's the founder of Called to Rescue, and her advocacy is fighting child trafficking, which is very important to
And of course, you've got my favorite. Okay, I'm actually trying to fix my home at the moment. And
Homes, you mean homes?
ladies, di ba we spoke about
Yes,
not throwing
yes,
anyone
remember.
under the bus?
Wait, that is a beautiful thing. That means your home
No,
is where
wait.
your heart is.
We
I'm
spoke
trying to-
about not throwing anybody under the bus, and the child just broke that covenant.
Isn't that a beautiful thing?
Which means free lunch.
Yeah, but anyway, so we've got
This
we've
is
got.
our home.
You want to take the line? We've got lamp designer Michelle Lao, who's going to teach us all about what kind of lamps are appropriate for your home and why it's important.
We saw this inside, of course, when we were in the green room, and they are so pretty, so make sure to stand by for that.
Unique lamps as well. Excited to learn about her design process and creative process. Stay tuned for those conversations, and we also have a lot of news to cover. Let's go to the headlines.
This is my daily dish. This is my daily dish. This is my daily dish. My daily dish. My daily dish.
In today's top stories, Malacanang meets with oil executives to help the public cope with rising oil prices. Almost 3 million Filipinos are jobless in January as the country's unemployment rate rises to 5.8%. Vice President Sara Duterte insists there is no sufficient evidence to justify her impeachment case. And later in the show, we'll talk to the founder of Called to Rescue, Dr. Cyndi Romine, on her advocacy against child trafficking. We'll also speak with lamp designer Michelle Lao. Stay tuned for that. The palace meets with oil executives to protect the public from surging oil prices. Ivy Reyes is on the phone to tell us more. Ivy, go ahead.
Yes, Mai, oil executives were called to the palace yesterday to discuss price adjustment schedules with Executive Secretary Ralph Rector and Energy Secretary Sharon Garin. Plans on the flow of our fuel supply and updates on airing fuel retailers were also brought up as the government keeps a close watch on fuel prices amid the conflict in the Middle East. ES Recto highlighted the recently declared urgent bill to grant the president an emergency power to declare the reduction of excise tax on petroleum products in time of economic emergencies. The bill was certified as urgent yesterday by the president. Alternatives are also in talks because the Strait of Hormuz is closed and the palace expects a choked oil supply for the Philippines if the war stretches any longer. Energy Secretary Garin once again reminded oil executives that any premature increase will be firmly dealt with. And for the information of reviewers, Garin said portable containers can be used for fuel purchases if and only if your operations run on the following equipment: fishing vessels and marine equipment, generator sets for hospitals, telecommunications facilities and government agencies, agricultural machinery, telecommunication towers, port transport units, and sea transport vessels like pump boats and small ferries. DOE now clarifies that there must be verification provided when buyers line up with fuel-grade containers. And as of now, there is no reported increase in the number of gas stations who impose uncalled-for price hikes. The latest number being the 54 companies, which show cause orders last Monday. And the imposed 4-day work week for the executive branch has started in the Presidential Communications Office because today PCO is closed and employees are on a work-from-home setup. As of now, that's the latest from Malacanang. Back to you, Mai.
Thank you, Ivy Reyes, reporting to us from the palace. 24 Filipino workers were repatriated from Jeddah. They were unable to secure flights due to the conflict in the Middle East. The Foreign Affairs Department says this was done in partnership between the Philippine Consulate General and Singapore Consulate General in Jeddah. The Migrant Workers Office and Overseas Workers Welfare Administration also facilitated in booking flights to Manila and extended financial assistance. Amid the Middle East crisis, the head of the Supermarkets Association appeals to the public to avoid panic buying. Speaking to BNC's At the Forefront, Stephen Kua, Executive Director of the Philippine Amalgamated Supermarket, says prices of commodities remain stable for now and panic buying could only trigger a spike in prices.
Well, of course, when people panic buy, we run out of stocks. Distributors run out of stocks. Manufacturers cannot cope with the demand, and prices will go up.
He, however, adds some provinces may experience supply disruptions as delivery trucks are affected by fuel limitations.
The problem with logistics, some gasoline owners only allow a certain number of liters per vehicle, no? Mm-hmm. So trucks need a lot of gas to run the distance, no? Lalo na so many islands in the country, no? And with that, trucks will have to keep on stopping, queuing up, filling up again their gas tanks along the way before they get to their destination. That will slow down distribution, no? It'll disrupt distribution and may increase prices, no? Because it'll definitely be less efficient, no? Mm-hmm. For distributors to distribute their goods to the countryside.
Let's go to the inflation forecast now. Global oil markets are reeling as the U.S.-Israel conflict with Iran drives crude prices to $90 to $100 per barrel. As this impacts economies worldwide, the chief investment strategist of the Atram Group tells Business 360 that if elevated oil prices persist for up to 6 months, their baseline inflation forecast for the Philippines will be 4%.
So we've modeled this and we wanted to see sort of our base case scenario. Our base case scenario today is that this is going to last 6 months. Doesn't mean the bombing will last 6 months, but it'll take 6 months for things to normalize, right? And oil price will be elevated between $90 and $100 a barrel during that period. Our models show that inflation on average, we'll just get up to around 4%, the top end
of the
BSP target range. Now, there is a scenario that it goes longer than that, longer than 6 months. And the closest we can come to is looking at the 2002, 2003 situation with the Ukraine war. And that we had inflation shooting all the way up to 6.5% and 8% on a month-on-month type situation. So it can get worse, but right now our base case scenario is 6 months of oil at an elevated level of between $90 and $100 a barrel.
The government is moving to ease fuel prices amid soaring oil costs. On BNC's Business 360, House Ways and Means Committee Chair Miro Kimbo says suspending the fuel excise tax is the fastest way to help transport workers and low-income Filipinos. The bill has passed second reading in the House and is expected to clear third reading before Congress goes on a break, with the president certifying it as urgent. The move may reduce revenue, but Kimbo says it is manageable and crucial to protect purchasing power.
Will this be the fastest way to bring prices down?
Yes, it's the biggest, it's the fastest, most impactful, and at the same time, the revenue impact, at least the negative revenue impact, is easy to calculate, and it's something we can live with.
The country's unemployment rate surges to 5.8% this year. Che Sulit is on the phone for the details. Che, tell us how many are jobless during this period.
Mai, the Philippine Statistics Authority has released the country's preliminary January 2026 labor force survey results, giving the first look at the Philippine job market this year. Based on the latest print, the PSA reports the number of jobless Filipinos aged 15 and above rose to 2.96 million, pushing the unemployment rate to 5.8%. That's higher than the 5% unemployment rate recorded in October 2025, and also above the 4.3% rate seen in January last year. It also marks the highest rate since June 2022, which was at 6%. Meanwhile, underemployment or Filipinos seeking additional work hours or extra jobs reached 6.35 million people. That translates to an underemployment rate of 13.2%, slightly lower than the 13.3% recorded in January 2025, but higher than the 12% seen in October last year. In January 2026, the labor force participation rate decreased to 62.3% from 63.9% in January 2025 and 63.6% in October 2025. The estimated LSPR in January 2026 translates to a total of 50.89 million Filipinos aged 15 years and over who were in the labor force. The labor force survey tracks the number of Filipinos who are employed, actively seeking work, or available for work. PSA Assistant Secretary and Deputy National Statistician Divina Gracia Del Prado says the increase in unemployment can be attributed to post-holiday seasonal adjustments in the labor market. She notes that some Filipinos who were employed in the previous quarter were working in industries that typically see employment declines after the holiday period. Among them is agriculture, where fewer workers were needed in harvesting, growing, and related services. Employment also declined in retail trade, in convenience stores, as well as in construction, which saw a drop of about 109,000 workers. Del Prado adds that the rise in joblessness is also linked to around 306,000 Filipinos who are currently seeking work but have yet to find employment. Another 196,000 job seekers are still waiting for the results of their job applications based on year-on-year data. Looking ahead, Del Prado says the ongoing conflict in the Middle East may also affect future labor market data, particularly in the March labor force survey, as industries are facing pressure from rising oil prices. She adds that some businesses may need to adjust their workforce, while certain overseas Filipino workers have already been repatriated. That's the latest from my end. Back to you, Mai.
Thanks, Che Sulit, giving us the latest outlook on the job market. Vice President Sara Duterte insists there is no sufficient evidence to justify her impeachment case. This after Akbayan Party List Representative Chel Diokno asked the House Committee on Justice to subpoena some key documents, including VP Sara Sal N. Joan Manalo is on the phone. Joan, what's the latest?
My Vice President Sara Duterte responded to Akbayan Party List Representative Chel Diokno's request for additional documents and actions related to her upcoming impeachment proceedings. In a statement released today, the vice president said the requests only reinforce her position that there is no sufficient evidence to warrant an impeachment case against her, a stance she has maintained since the 2024 impeachment proceedings. She said that a finding of sufficiency and substance by the House Committee on Justice presupposes that the allegations and the impeachment complaints are already supported by evidence. With this, VP Sara argued that the Justice Panel cannot conduct an investigation simply to search for evidence to support the accusations and the complaints. She added that doing so would amount to a third fishing expedition by the House of Representatives. The vice president said the latest moves are, in her words, another desperate attempt to search for evidence where none exists. She also maintained that the impeachment case is a political attack designed to protect certain individuals and advance personal and foreign interests. VP Sara also raised concerns over the treatment of detained witness Ramil Madriaga following Diokno's request for the House Committee on Justice to assume custody of him. The vice president said that such a request is a grave insult to a minor victim allegedly traumatized by Madriaga's criminal acts. It can be recalled that Duterte has filed a perjury complaint against Madriaga, while her camp continues to maintain that she has no personal or professional ties with him. Madriaga is currently detained at Camp Bagong Diwa in Taguig City, and he has been identified as the alleged former aide and bagman of the vice president, and is now considered a material witness in the impeachment proceedings. Mai.
Thank you. John Manalo reporting from the Batasang Pambansa. Former Congressman Mike Defensor confirms the 18 alleged Marines and also self-confessed bagmen of former Congressman Zaldi Co talked to some retired officers. Defensor tells BNC's On Point he agreed with NBI Director Melvin Matibag's statement that not all the 18 men were assigned to the former lawmaker.
Minsan naka-assign sila sa isang grupo, sa member of the family, kuminsan doon sa asawa. Pero sa delivery, lahat sila may involvement kasi nagkakaroon ng shifting eh. When I asked them, sabi ko, anong tingin niyo yung minimum delivery? Ang minimum mo namin, sir, mga 500 million. Maximum, mga 4 billion. And this is 3 times a week. That's about 33 months kasi 2 taon.
The former congressman again questions why the NBI is investigating them instead of the ones being accused of receiving kickbacks from flood control projects.
Hindi ba kayo nagtataka na yung NBI ang siyang nagiging defense lawyer ng mga akusado? Hindi ba kataka-taka na sila mismo nagsabi hindi totoo yan? Dapat yung ina-accuse o yung sinasabing involved doon sa tumanggap na pera, gumawa ng depensa sa sarili nila.
Defensor reiterates the statements of the alleged former Marines and whistleblower Orly Gutesa were consistent. He also says, according to their latest information, Gutesa is still in the country. Bicol Saro Party List Representative Terry Redon insists it is crucial to coordinate with the court and the BJMP if Raul Madriaga, VP Sara's self-confessed bagman, is transferred to Congress. Akbayan Party List Representative Chel Diokno earlier asked the House Justice Committee to take custody of Madriaga to ensure his safety. This is also to make sure that he'll be able to testify in the impeachment case against the Vice President.
Well, ang kailangan pong mangyari muna, makapag-coordinate yung Kamara sa court na meron pong jurisdiction kay Mr. Madriaga at syempre, secondly, makipag-coordinate po sa BGMP kasi doon po yung kanyang detention facility. So ultimately, kailangan pong pumayag nung pong korte na maglipat po ng physical custody kay Mr. Madriaga from BGMP to the House Detention Facility for as long as the impeachment proceedings are ongoing or particularly habang nagaganap po yung kanyang testimonya.
Madriaga is detained in Camp Bagong Diwa in Taguig. In other news, Phoenix Petroleum defends why Heidelin Diaz's free fuel for life perks lasted only for 2 years. Phoenix confirms the Olympic champion received fuel donations only from 2021 to 2022. The company says the reward could not continue after Diaz signed with rival fuel brand Petroleum, citing brand alignment conditions common in corporate sponsorships. However, Diaz's manager says no conditions were mentioned when the lifetime incentive was first announced. The issue resurfaced online amid rising fuel prices, prompting Phoenix to clarify the arrangement. In Life Insurance celebrates its 7th anniversary, providing financial literacy and other opportunities to women through its Sheroes program. More on that story from Che Sulit.
Courage, leadership, and impact. These are the qualities possessed by every woman recognized as a Shero. From 11 million lives touched in 2025, Filipino life insurer InLife has now nurtured more than 16 million stories through its Sheroes program. This year marks its 7th anniversary, also coinciding with the National Women's Month.
But Sheroes has never been just about numbers. It has always been about purpose. We wanted women to reclaim their voices and ensure those voices are heard.
According to InLife Executive Chairperson Nina Aguas, the Sheroes program provides women with access to financial literacy, healthcare, business capital, and countless opportunities. But more importantly, she says, it helps Filipino women find confidence in themselves.
Their stories do more than move us. They mobilize us. They remind us that empowerment is not abstract. It is practical. It is tangible. It happens in classrooms and communities and in the everyday courage of women determined to build a better future for others.
The second InLife Sheroes Awards was also held, honoring women who led advocacy-driven movements in education, business, and community work. Among the honorees are Mina Ballesteros, an advocate for holistic rural education; Sherilyn Ceciliano, a founder of social enterprise Wellbeing that champions sustainability and upcycling; and the Foundation for Professional Training Incorporated, a group that promotes lifelong development for women through vocational education. Agua says they serve as excellent examples of leadership, helping expand the communities that InLife hopes to reach.
We thought that the advocacy should not stop there. In fact, we wanted to reach out to the grassroots because if we are able to empower the grassroots, I think it will be more significant and meaningful.
Breaking barriers. That is the message of InLife Sheroes. But this is not a mission anyone can do alone. Through collective action and uplifting others, building pathways for women to rise is no longer a dream. It becomes reality. Che Sulit, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Coming up, we'll speak with Call to Rescue founder Dr. Cyndi Romine. Call to Rescue is an anti-human trafficking organization dedicated to helping children who are missing, abused, and trafficked. Don't go away. The Daily Dish will be right back.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. A non-profit organization has long been working to put an end to child trafficking.
And joining us now is Call to Rescue founder Dr. Cyndi Romine. Doc, thank you for coming today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course, I know this is such a hard topic to talk about, but it needs to be talked
much
about.
needed, yes.
Super needed. And I pulled up some stats on UNICEF. In the Philippines alone, it says here, about 2 million children experience online sexual abuse or exploitation just in 2021, and it keeps rising, I think about 31%. you know, those numbers are staggering. I'm like astounded, lost for words at how big they are. Why is it so rampant here in the Philippines?
Well, during the pandemic, the Philippine statistics raised 200%. So we were in trouble before, but then during the pandemic, we raised 200%.
That's crazy.
So, of course, what happened during the pandemic was tragic for the world. But for the Philippines, if you were in a poverty situation of any kind, you videoed and sold your children for money. And it's still happening today. You know, it's really sad because a lot of kids go to their moms and say, "Oh, Mom, you know, my uncle touched me," or whatever. And she would say, a lot of them just say, "You know, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to embarrass the family." It's time for Filipinos to embarrass the family and save the children.
So this topic is really close to my heart, being a mom. I do actually follow a couple of organizations against this crime. And maybe we could start off also what got you into this, because I do know that, you know, when it comes to rescuers as well, it's not an easy job, especially online. Imagine the images that they have to go through just to do the investigation.
It's horrible.
It's quite heavy. So please share your story on this.
Okay, so I was visiting and had just moved to the Philippines, my husband and I and my son, and we decided to go to Pagsahan Falls. So we go to the falls, and we're in one of those cute little bonka boats, you know, and we're going up the river. And on the side, the bank of the river, I watched a Caucasian man buy a 3-year-old and turn over money to presumably a man and wife, I would think maybe parents, and I couldn't do anything about it. I was moving. I was in a boat. It was kind of like what you're talking about, when you can't really believe it's happening, and you're kind of in this daze, like, was that what I really saw?
Yeah, you're like in shock.
Yeah, just shock. And so that was the beginning of my life. 1988, I started taking care of kids,
You know,
rescuing.
what you said really hit home. It's time to embarrass your family.
It's so hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
And it's hard that it comes from the family. So what are steps people can take to take action? Because a lot of the times it goes unreported.
It does go unreported. Some people are afraid to call the police. Some people, you know, they go through all their different things. But our organization's named Call to Rescue, and we're here to rescue. We rescue everybody. We're focused on minor kids, but we rescue anybody who needs to be rescued. And so, you know, they can go on social media and find us. Anthony Pangilinan is the president of Call to Rescue in the Philippines. I'm international, and I'm here 2 or 3 times a year and love it. I love the Philippines. But it's crushing.
It is.
It's crushing. We just got back from Cebu, and in one of their, are you ready? You ready?
I'm not ready, but we have to hear it.
Okay, in Cebu, they have a shelter that has 2 1-year-olds. We have a shelter, and we have 4 4-year-olds. For us to think that it's only happening to girls who could really take on a perpetrator is ridiculous. And are you going to tell your dad, your grandpa, your brothers, all of your relatives, are you going to be able to tell them no? Most of the girls cannot, and most mothers won't stand up. So we have to be willing to protect our children above all else. We need to take a moral stand and just say, I'm going to protect our kids. I'm going to protect kids in the Philippines. I'm going to be the one that says, stop it.
And thank you so much for what you do. Like, I'm just, I'm at
I
loss
felt a
for
little
words.
silent because earlier on I was sharing something with you, Doc Cyndi, that many years ago, over a decade ago, I actually felt like I was in the same situation that you were, where I saw a Caucasian man, well, Westerner, a white man, with a very young girl in a hotel, and it brought chills down my spine. And until this day, I regret not speaking up for the fear of maybe I get it wrong. Maybe it's not what I think.
Yes.
So I think it's important to also talk about not just what family members could do or what victims could do, but just complete strangers because they are key actually
Yes.
to a lot of these situations.
Absolutely. It's the economics. Always sex trafficking has to do with economics. But I'll tell you what I do. All right. So I see, and I just try it. I'm staying at hotels. I'm seeing it happen. It drives me crazy. I'll just go up and kind of kneel by the little girl at the table, and I'll say, "Hi, honey. How are you?" And then I would Konti long Tagalog, but I'll get it through to her, right? And then I'll just say, "Oh, is this your dad?" Because that's your tip. Because we know a lot of foreigners are married to Filipinas, and we can't assume
Correct.
they're all predators, right? But there are ways to just kind of smile at him and smile at her and assume that it's dad, and just kind of make sure that that is what is actually happening. If they stop, if the child stops and looks at you like, I don't know what you're talking about, that's the time to back off. Don't approach. And then go to a phone, dial call to rescue. We'll get the proper authorities.
You mentioned something very key also earlier on, that even stewardess are actually trained to do this. And there are stories online that I've seen and heard that, it made a huge difference when these people strangers would approach and ask the same questions that you have just
Are
shared
you
here.
okay? Stewardesses will say, if they question something, they'll say, I think you look like you need a break. Why don't you come back and have some coffee with me? They'll try to get the girl out of the situation, but they are all trained. As far as I know, every airline trains their stewardesses because it's how they transport. It's much easier to transport by water. So like Zamboanga is a big port down south, Zamboanga. And they put them in containers, right? So all your ports, and there's no way we have a Navy that's big enough to police all those ports, and so that's one of the ways that they take them out.
And one of the other universal languages for women getting kidnapped as well is they go like this behind their hands.
Right.
When they're walking to
How
show
is
like
that?
they go like this. They have the four, and then they go like this. So like if
I
they're
did not know
walking
that.
with a guy hand in hand, and like say Doc is walking beside me, I'll tap her, go like this so she can see like I'm in distress, I need help.
Right.
Is there a sign for kids as well?
Same sign.
Same
Everybody
sign.
teaches the kids the same sign.
Okay, and you also mentioned Zamboanga's a big port for sex trafficking. What are the other, I guess, big
ports
here in the Philippines that we
Every
can watch out
port
for?
you have.
Okay.
Right? And you're full of ports. That's a problem.
I know,
right?
we're 7,000 plus islands. So
yeah, it's really
sickening.
it's a huge job for your police and your Coast Guard. How could you be a Coast Guard with 7,000 islands? You need 7,000 boats, right?
Right.
When it comes to these things, it often gets stuck under the rug because people are uncomfortable to talk about it, like what we
Yes.
mentioned. But given what's happening with the Epstein files, a lot of things are being revealed. And allegedly, even, some of the kids there are said to have been Filipino as well,
Yes,
or
yes.
co-conspirators. Internationally, what are the stories that are really out there that shows and gives proof that it's not just the female kids, but even the boys?
The boys.
Yes.
Nobody ever mentions the boys. The boys are 30% of the problem. So the girls usually are about 70%, boys 30%, and it's the same worldwide. It is absolutely the same worldwide. Usually the girls 70%, the boys 30%. And the Epstein files are bringing out some of that. And we just had I think they were from London, one of the higher officials, not saying any names because it's still alleged, taken down for boys.
Okay.
Now, I often ask, because we train the police, we train social workers, barangay captains, we train everybody. And I often say, would you agree with me? I'm standing in front of 300 or 400 people. Would you agree with me that one of the reasons we have so much bakla in the Philippines is because the boys have been molested? And everyone will say yes.
That's an interesting thing.
It's an
to think
interesting
about.
thing. We know homosexuality can be internal, right? It can be scientific. but statistics say that 85% have been molested.
Okay, so there's nature and nurture.
There's nature and
number.
nurture. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Wow. And you know, when I was doing my research about this, the Philippines actually has one of the best laws in protecting and strictest laws in Asia for child sex trafficking. Are we getting any better? Is the fight to end child sex trafficking improving?
I think I have to say on that, I don't think it's any better in any country in the world.
So it's still the same.
I think it's still the same, and the pandemic definitely did not help.
What can we do to fix that?
We can teach people to tell the truth.
Okay. When it comes to child trafficking, the word itself is trafficking. Of course, we know these harder words like molestation, assaults. But when you say trafficking, does it need to involve being moved from one place to another, given
it
the
doesn't.
online component? Let's explain that.
Yeah, trafficking means, it's very clear. Trafficking happens if money's exchanged. Mom and dad in the house, videos in the house, strangers outside, Bugao actually, involved, whatever it is. If anybody receives any kind of financial gain, it's trafficking. That would fit that.
So when we report to you guys, how quick do you guys get on the ground?
Quicker than you can imagine.
So, for example, I'm in Zamboanga. I see somebody doing something in the port. When I call you guys, how long can I expect you all to be there?
Probably a couple hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, we have people everywhere.
Okay.
You can imagine, just for a minute, I don't want to use his name, when I shouldn't, but with Anthony's connections, Anthony Pangalin's connections, we go everywhere and we have people everywhere. And it's wonderful. We had a girl kidnapped when she was 12 years old from her bedroom, not close to us, far away, different island. And her sister called me at 6 a.m. I called Anthony at 6:05, right? And we're right on it. And by 2 o'clock, she was home with her mom.
Oh, wow.
Right, so we are fast, and we
And you
do
should
care.
be fast.
Yeah, we better be, right?
Yeah, you should be. What's the hotline number actually to call?
The hotline number is, I'm sure that we're going to flash it up. My
actually,
assistant's
can we flash
here.
it up?
Yeah.
Let's make sure to put it all throughout the number, because I think that's very key here.
Yeah,
What is
and
it?
the social media also. Facebook, I mean, people can get us anyway.
Okay, and
So-
what's the number and what are your social medias?
Well, we have Facebook, we have everything, TikTok, we have
And
Instagram.
it's called, the handle itself,
Called to Rescue.
Called to Rescue.
And
That's
what
what
is
they
the
search
hotline
for.
number?
What is the hotline number? I have no idea.
We're going to be putting it.
We
We're
have
going to
to
be putting
check.
it on
Okay.
in a
Yeah,
bit.
she's got it, right?
You've
Okay,
got
cool.
it. Okay. So
I never call it, I answer it.
So do you
on the other end.
do you guys actually work hand in hand with with the Philippine government?
Absolutely.
What is the partnership like?
We have partnership with everybody. PNP, NBI, IACAT, which is your organization for trafficking in the Philippines. We work with everybody. Yeah.
You know, Cyndi, this, correct me if I'm wrong, but and I hate to use these words, but we are actually more on the supply side. And we have
Yes, we
people
are.
on the other side who are the
Buyers.
consumers.
That's right.
Right. These are not the words I feel are correct to be used, but it is what it is.
To put it in perspective.
To put it into perspective. Given that, what is the strategy that we have to be able to intercept even before these things take place?
One of the things that parents have to do, because this is key to keep your kids safe, who buys the phone? The parent. Who buys the load? The parent. Whose phone is it? The parent's phone. So I recommend don't give your kids, electronics for Christmas and birthdays. Those belong to you as an adult, and you have access to them all the time. If a parent picks up a phone and everything's deleted, the kid's in trouble. Right? So we have to start there, where we start protecting our kids right at the home base. Then, of course, we move out into all of the other situations that we can get into, which is very, very difficult to tell. But if you have a niece or nephew online, then we need to know what that is so we can trace back the bad guys We have to know what the link was to trace back the bad guys. Because a lot of people report in, okay, somebody's trying to, take pictures of my kid. Can you give us a link? Is there anything? Because we have to have facts, just like the police. We have to have facts.
Always have evidence.
Yeah.
I read a story online just recently. There's a lady with her daughter in BGC, and this is BGC already.
Right.
So she was selling cookies in one of the fairs, and apparently
no.
there's this guy. They didn't say what race. They just said a guy was there looking for that kid every day and was just like making tambay, hanging out, waiting for the kid. And at least a lot of the other sellers beside that cookie seller, for the mom and the kid, they took notice. So they were helping protect. So at least there's a community.
Yes.
But, if this really happens to kids and once you rescue them, how do you help rebuild their lives, especially with something traumatic as this?
We have volunteer lawyers. We have volunteer psychologists. We have fabulous shelters. Of course, we'd rather have, if the home is fine, we'd rather have them stay home and be helped by that. I do want to say something about your comment about Filipinos. We've had a break in communication. Somebody said something this simple. We see a woman going to the bank all the time. Every day she's going to the bank. We just wanted you to know that. Now, that doesn't sound like a tip, but it was a huge tip. We brought down 25,000 Filipinos on a porn line with Filipino children, with Filipino buyers. So you can't just say, we're the suppliers, we're not
Wait, Filipino buyers.
They're
That's why it's
Filipino
important
buyers.
to clarify that, yes.
Yes, Filipino buyers. So it's not just everybody from outside,
Exploiting,
exploiting us. It is, we actually do, if a father or brother is taking...
Family members, yes.
Yeah, are taking advantage of their own family, we've got an internal problem.
Right.
It's a moral dilemma.
And most of the time, do you guys catch the bad guys?
Most of the time we catch the bad guys. I wouldn't say most of the time. I would say it depends on the facts, what we actually get from a person, and then we can go after the guy. We have one guy right now that we have a national warrant out for. So now we're hiring somebody just to go after that one
But also
guy.
more importantly, it's the rescue.
The rescue. Yeah.
That's the main thing, to get that person out of that situation.
But it's just scary
In
knowing that these bad guys are out there and can do it to other kids as well.
It is true.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we flash again the details. We
so
showed
we
it
have the
earlier
hotline
on.
Here.
Can we show the
There it
hotline again? This is the most important part.
0917-541-0287. So for our viewers, please take a photo of this. I will also take a photo of this. If you see something happening, they are quick.
We are fast. Yeah, we are
notice.
fast. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
My
a very
pleasure.
important discussion.
Absolutely.
And I do hope that our viewers could, take notice, learn more about it, and be aware for all the other kids as well.
Exactly. Let's save our kids.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you.
All right, we've got more stories from around the world, plus the latest in sports and entertainment when the Daily Dish returns.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. We begin world news in Israel, where a barrage of Iranian missiles were seen falling over the territory early this morning. The leaders of Iran, Israel, and the United States all voiced defiance and vowed to fight on as the Middle East war approached the 2-week mark. Over 2,000 have been killed, mostly in Iran, while nearly 700 were reported to have died in Lebanon as Israel targets central Beirut. NASA is ready to go back to the moon for the first time in 50 years. The space agency is preparing to roll the Artemis II rocket back to its launch pad at the Kennedy Space Center next week, keeping the mission on track for an early April liftoff. after repeated delays. The spacecraft is designed to send 4 astronauts around the moon, the first human flight of its kind in over 5 decades. NASA notes that the test flight is not without risk, but says hardware and teams are ready.
Iran faces significant penalties if it withdraws from the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Iran's sports minister earlier announced that the team will not participate after U.S.-Israeli airstrikes killed Supreme Leader Khomeini, calling the situation unacceptable. However, FIFA rules warns that withdrawal less than 30 days before the tournament will trigger fines, return of funds, and possible bans from future competitions.
There is a financial fine starting at 250,000 Swiss francs, going up to some 500,000 Swiss francs. And the Iranian Football Association also then would have to repay what they got from FIFA as some kind of preparatory money. And the probably highest amount is the one which the Iranian National Association could get for participating in the tournament, which is something in the first stage, something around $9 million US, which they will not get if they do not participate in the tournament.
Iran's Group G matches are scheduled in Los Angeles and Seattle, leaving the team's participation and potential replacements uncertain. Mondo Duplantis smashes the pole vault world record again. The Swedish Olympic and world champion cleared 6.31 meters at the Mondo Classic in Uppsala, improving his own previous mark by 1 centimeter. He had no failed attempts, successfully clearing 5.65, 5.90, and 6.08 meters before breaking the record, making it the 15th world record he has set since 2020. Norway's Sondre Guttormsen finished second with 6 meters, while Americans Zachary Bradford, Sam Kendricks, and Australia's Curtis Marshall also registered top vaults. After nearly 2 decades in professional basketball, NBA superstar Dwight Howard is officially calling it a career. The dominant center was an 8-time NBA All-Star, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and played a key role in helping the Los Angeles Lakers win the 2020 NBA championship. Howard first rose to fame with the Orlando Magic, leading the team to the 2009 NBA Finals and establishing himself as one of the league's most dominant big men of his era. He finished his career with nearly 20,000 points, over 14,000 rebounds, and more than 2,000 blocks. In his announcement on X, Howard says he will now take off his Superman cape, dedicate his time to the family, and give back to communities worldwide.
Massimo Dutti shows its latest pieces for women. Chal and Monique chose the outfits perfect for their lifestyle. Check this out.
So since it's Women's Month, Chal and I are doing our girl date a little differently this time. We're at our favorite store that just reopened, Massimo Dutti, and we're gonna do something fun, and Chal's gonna explain what we're doing.
And here at the Daily Dish, we love serving you guys hot and fresh picks, and that's exactly what we will be doing. I'll be picking 2 outfits for Mo, 1 casual, 1 for work, and the same goes for her with me. So join us for our Mo Challenge, at Mall of Asia for Massimo Dutti. Let's go.
Since I'm picking outfits for Mo first, I'm looking for pieces that really match her style. Mo loves looks that are feminine, chic, and effortless, so I'm choosing pieces that feel polished but still easy to wear. For her casual outfit, I want something relaxed but still stylish, something she can wear for a coffee run or a casual day out.
See, the thing about my co-host Mo is that she's very versatile, but also because we have a daily show, I want her to be more relaxed on the weekends. So let's look for something that's casual, easy on the eyes, and I think I have a winner. I hope she loves it. It's just jeans, easy to wear, button down, but very nice material. Let's pick this one for her and hope she likes it.
Now, for most workday look, I'm going for something a little more structured. Think timeless pieces that look polished but are still comfortable enough for a busy day.
Now let's have something a little bit more formal but could take Mo from day to night, and I'd like to think that this piece would work well for her, something that she could wear to work but could also take her to a night out. Plus, we all love coordinates, right? So, yay! Let's go.
Now it's my turn to pick outfits for Chal. Chal's style is very classic and laid back, so I'm choosing pieces that are simple, elegant, and versatile. For her casual outfit, I want something comfortable but still put together.
Red. Okay, this is cute. This is a cute linen dress. Okay, so I have to find something she can wear this with. So this is very Chal, and this is very timeless. Look at the shape of this. Cute. Now I have to find a jacket that matches with this. All right, come with me. Let's go look around. This is so cute. Look at the texture and look at the color. She can definitely wear this from daily dish and going out, and when she travels, she likes to travel like me, so she can wear this everywhere. Okay, cool. I found the casual wear for Chal. Now we're gonna do the formal wear.
And for Chal's workday look, I'm picking pieces that feel tailored and polished. Something she can wear from meetings to after-work plans.
Okay, this whole fit, this is something Chal would totally wear, especially in the office because she also is her own CEO. So this is a boss babe fit. Okay, I love this whole look. We're gonna get those. This is giving Chal Lontoc. Right, let's make her try this. Ta-da! Oh, cute! I love the outfit that she picked. This is very me.
And this one I love. Mo gave a suggestion, not just to wear it with the dress, but to put a leather jacket. And they had this, so it's perfect.
I love this leather jacket. I want this leather jacket. Actually, the whole look is very nice. I love this on you. I also stole shoes, so the shoes and the pants.
10 points for you, Mo, for this.
10 points for Charlie. Well, now let's go check out our office wear.
This one.
That's very you. That's why when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's very Chal. Actually, this is something I would not pick out.
But look at
you did. I love
we
it.
did a good job with each
like
other.
This is my new favorite cut.
Super liking this.
I love this, and Chal knows I love cords because it makes my life so much easier. So here we are, and it's linen. Look, and it feels
right. You could take it from day to night.
Imagine from a daily dish. Actually, I can go to an event with this because it's
all the way to night.
Accessorized,
and it looks so good on you because it got that wonderful shape.
I do. This is so. I'm obsessed. What a successful Moshelle challenge.
We did well. Actually, pretty good. Thank you for all your picks, Mo. It worked so well.
For the unexpected pick that I ended up loving so much.
Same here. So now it's time for us to give the invoice to Ferdi Salvador back at the studio.
Thank you so much, Ferdi Salvador. The invoice is going to you. Thank you for shopping.
Bye.
Manila's staging the well-loved musical A Chorus Line showcases world-class Filipino talent. I talked to some of the country's best artists and they were amazing. Let's get inspired and watch this. Mabuhay, let's step into one of the most iconic musicals in theater history. And I'm talking about A Chorus Line, celebrating its 50th anniversary. And it's even more special because it's rooted with lots of Filipino talent through and through. Let's get to know the story and the cast. Dance, music, and big dreams took center stage at the gala night at a chorus line. At the Samsung Performing Arts Theater, fans gathered for a night celebrating world-class Filipino talent. More than just a musical, the show puts a spotlight on the real stories behind every performer, passion, struggles, and dreams that keep them going. Presented by Theater Group Asia, this iconic Broadway musical returns to the stage as it celebrates its 50th anniversary. And while audiences can expect unforgettable songs and high-energy dance numbers, the heart of the show lies in the stories of the performers themselves, their hopes, fears, and journey to make it on stage. For director Carla Puno Garcia, the production is personal, reflecting years of experience in the theater world.
Absolutely, you know, and we searched for Filipino talent across the world, really, you know, because we're intersections, and so there are people that have lived here in Manila and have trained here and performed here, also in London, LA, New York, and we've gotten a batch from all over, and together it is like magic. I mean, you're really gonna be blown away. You know, a chorus line is basically my life reflected through the show as an ensemble member for the past 20 plus years. I've really been living this material, so to be able to direct a show like this and really elevate my peers, my fellow Filipinos in roles of this nature is super meaningful to me.
Taking on the role of Zach is Tony Award nominee Conrad Ricamora, whose own journey as a performer makes the character even more meaningful.
Well, it's the first time in my career that in the last couple of years I've realized that I am now usually the most experienced person in the room. I've been doing this for over 20 years professionally. And so taking on a role like Zach means a lot. And it's the only time in my career that I've been ready to take it on, because I know what all of these performers have been through, because I've gone to more auditions than I can name, and standing on a bare stage, performing with your heart and soul and guts and asking people to choose you. I know what that's like I've known what that's like for 20 years now. And so I can give them the tough love that Zach has to give them, because I've been in their shoes.
Also joining the cast is Broadway performer Lisa de Guzman, who returns to the ensemble as Cassie, a role that celebrates the joy of dancing and the love for the craft.
Yes, well, what's super inspiring about Cassie is that her story is that she has achieved stardom, and now she gets to return to the ensemble and return to the line. And I too get to, with this show, get to return to the line and return to the ensemble, return to dancing. And she does it because she absolutely loves it. So what I hope people walk away from this show is I hope they walk away with a reminder that we can do what we love just because we love it.
For Clint Ramos, Artistic Director of Theater Group Asia, the production is also another chance to showcase Filipino talent on the global stage.
Well, I think it's really Carla Garcia. Carla Garcia is a force, and I think the Philippines needs to know Carla, but also the world, you know. And then with your question about like why this, you know, Filipino cast, I think we are ready for it. I also think this speaks to us as a people. It is about community. It is about how one member of that community contributes to the whole. And I think it's really a showcase for our skills. You know, I think we are world class in terms of dancing, acting, and singing. And so it's about time that we present that through this piece.
And for longtime supporters of the arts, productions like this highlight just how powerful and inspiring Filipino creativity can be.
I mean, really, I am just totally blown away by the talent in this country. I have always been and been so supportive, and it's just wonderful to see it emerging, you know, globally. And I just think the opportunity is there. We are very unique in terms of our creativity. I really say that the Filipinos have more creativity than you can put all of Asia all together, and you know, just proud that I'm a Filipino.
A triple threat indeed. You've got singing, dancing, and of course, acting. This is a chorus line where the actor aren't just the leads. The ensemble is the story itself. Make sure to get in line and to catch this iconic play.
Up next, we sit down with lamp designer Michelle Lao as she shares how her works are bringing style and life into modern homes. Don't go away, the Daily Dish will be right back.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. Today we're putting a spotlight on a lamp designer who's proving that lighting can be both functional and beautiful.
Her brand, Solano Lamps, is turning everyday lighting into a statement of style. Now, please welcome to the show, Michelle Lao.
Yay, Michelle!
Hi, Ferdi. Hi,
So
Monique.
she is the secret of a lot of designers and the most well-appointed home.
Not so secret anymore.
Yes, the cat
Now
is
that
out of
we're
the
here,
bag,
yeah,
literally.
it is
She's a cat lady.
definitely out of the bag.
Yeah.
And I love your style.
I have several cats at home.
Yes.
Thank
so,
you.
because you know what, actually, when we were setting up, my dear Monique fell in love with a lamp.
I was going shopping already. I'm buying this. Look at her micro lamps. These are the cutest things I've ever seen, and it's a sake glass too.
Yeah, super cute. So you can drink and illuminate your
Exactly.
life.
That's right.
Best of both worlds.
So tell us, Michelle, you were in the fashion world.
Yes.
Previously. Why lamps?
As you mentioned, I've been in fashion for the longest time. My son is 24 years old now. I was in fashion even before I had my son. I don't know if it's a natural move, but I became interested in design. And I was very interested in fixing up my home. And I developed I believe, an eye towards beautifying homes. And so I thought, okay, I love lamps. Lighting is very important to me in my home. So one day I said, okay, I think I'm gonna make a lamp.
Wala lamp.
Yeah, just casual.
It
Make a lamp.
no, because I couldn't find anything in the market locally that I liked. So I said, okay, I'm gonna make lamps.
And most of the time when you think of lamps, it's typically plain.
Yes.
Just plain,
Yes.
or it's just all lights.
Right.
And people
Right.
normally with clothes, they're afraid of wearing print. But
Right.
then when you see your lamps, it's all print, which I'm
Right.
obsessed.
Right.
How does
Right.
one incorporate? I love it. I never would have thought. But
She said to me a while ago, Ferdi, take the lead of the interview. But guess what? She fell in love with the lamps.
oh, I'm obsessed. I want to buy them all. But you know, like typically when you design your home, you don't think about the lamps first, right? And especially
Right.
the prints. It's like, how do you, I guess, what are your tips? How do you incorporate these bold prints into
Okay.
your home?
So, as a person, I'm a fan of layering things, right? I layered my tops now.
Yes, we love your
I
fit.
layered, thank you, I layer, same goes for lighting. You layer lighting, right? So you have ambient lighting, which is like the general lighting of a space. And then you have task lighting for things that you need to do, you need to read, etc. And then you have accent lighting, right? So let's say you have a corner in your home that needs sprucing up, then a lamp is an instant solution. I like to call it like the invisible architect of any space.
I love it. The invisible architect.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed.
Lighting is the invisible architect.
And I love this. I want to talk about your micro lamps.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, Mo.
It's so
you know, it's so sad. One day I found I was walking around with a friend, and then I found sake jars. And I don't drink. Ferdi, you know this. I said, why don't I make like micro lamps, small lamps? I was thinking at first, I didn't even think to monetize it, like to give to friends and etc.
Should just give it to you?
I'm a friend.
Oh,
Thank you so much, friend.
we're very good friends now, apparently. So, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna convert them to lamps. And guess what? It became an instant hit.
Really?
People have been, it has done very well for Solano, I must say. I was so surprised as well.
And then, of course, lamps evoke a certain feeling in a home.
Of course,
As Monique said a while ago, it's often overlooked.
An afterthought.
Because an afterthought, you think about, of course, the wallpaper, the color of your walls, the furniture, and then you end up like there's something missing, right?
Right.
So do you judge people's homes because of the lamps that they have?
I don't judge people. I don't judge anyone or anything. I'm not in a position
Honestly,
to do that.
you don't judge
Maybe
people's
I might
homes.
judge you.
She's judged my home. Don't get me wrong.
I have.
Okay, we'll talk later about Ferdi's home.
Yes, but most people, especially here in Manila, are fans of overhead lighting. I am not.
Why?
Seriously. It's just that when you use overhead lighting, especially cool tones, like 4,000 to 6,000 kelvins, it's
You got Kelvin. I only know Calvin Klein.
I know Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein yung alam ko.
So we can talk about the Kelvin scale later, but when it's white, doesn't it remind you of an operating room?
No, it's against my human rights.
Right?
No, white lighting is against my human rights.
It's quite harsh.
Except for here.
Except
we
for the
love
studio.
lighting.
Of course. When if it's task lighting, like in the workshop where where the production team is constantly working on putting together a lamp. Of course, it has to be white.
I mean, soft lighting.
Number one is you don't look good. Number two is you look like you're in a hospital.
You look gray.
Right. So we want to go for warm. In the Kelvin scale, that you'll see it in the light bulb boxes. That's why I had it here.
All those numbers.
All those numbers
bulbs.
that you don't really pay attention to. So anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 kelvins is warm. That's where we want to be.
So 2,000 to 3,000.
2,000 to 3,000.
Okay, just for you guys to remember, it's 2,000 to 3,000
2 to 3,000 Kelvin.
Calvin Klein
Yeah,
underwears.
so you don't forget, okay? Because
Yeah.
I said Calvin's.
Yeah.
What did Michelle say? Calvin Klein.
Yeah, right.
Kelvin, anything over 3,000, that's you're moving to dangerous territory. That's
white
going
light.
white
That's harsh
already.
lighting.
Cool.
already.
So we
Cool
always
daylight.
want cool for any lighting.
Warm.
We
want warm.
For any lighting, like even your lamps. and
My
all that.
lamps always have warm tones, warm lighting.
Let's talk about the
Noted.
donation to the Daily
to the
Dish.
Daily Dish.
Our newest addition to our
Yes, to our setup. Thank you so much
Thank
because
you.
we
The
got
newest
Crate and Barrel.
mainstay.
Yeah, everything we have is Crate and Barrel. And of course, now we're dressed by Solano.
Solano Lamps.
Tell us about this.
So I create shapes, right? So, and then I often collaborate with artists.
Okay.
This one was a collaboration with Mia Delara. She's a fabulous illustrator. So, as you can if you can imagine, these are all illustrated by hand.
Hand painted.
Not hand painted, but she illustrated by
Yeah, she
hand.
basically did that by hand. I can't even draw
And then we
stick
print it
figures.
onto a fabric to create this. The printing is done by Primex. They're very family-run business.
But
to
what
create
feeling
this.
when you create something like this or when you collaborate with artists? What feeling do you want to evoke when you have a piece like this?
I think primarily I want to share beauty and I want to share light.
You know what,
to
for
anyone who
me,
comes into contact with the lamps.
when I saw this, especially with
Yeah.
our set,
Yeah.
it's like a work of art in itself.
It is, right? It's functional art. So
And thank
I
you so
often
much for
Thank you for
giving the
bringing
daily
functional
dish
art.
a functional art.
Okay, they're very good at putting people on the spot, by the way.
This is why we are the #1 noontime lifestyle show.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
It goes so well.
Right. So going back to
Yes.
collaborating with artists, I often collaborate with artists. One of them is, of course, Mia Delara. And then I have a very successful collaboration with Gabi Prado as well. And Camille Ver is upcoming
this is the
also.
one.
This is one of her works. I have yet to launch that actually, so it's
today's launching day.
Today's the
It's
launching
hard
day.
Today is the
Only
launching
here
day.
on the Daily Dish. This also is bagay on the right side of myself. You know, this also looks good with our set. Look, it looks so good on our set with
It
Zeus
looks
Coffee.
super, yeah, it's super
Oh, it's the same colors as Zeus
as
Coffee.
Zeus
oh.
Coffee, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, but you also collaborate with photographers,
Yes.
right?
Photographers.
Jello Concepcion and that.
Yes, I
Okay.
did also works with Jeloy. I am a huge fan of his writing style and whatever he has to say. So yeah, I did a collaboration with him as well. And some of the works of Jeloy's and mine will be at the San Francisco Art Fair next month.
Wow!
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Filipinas.
Thank you.
Representing in San Francisco
Of
Art Fair. I
course.
love that.
Thank
But
you.
may
That's so
I,
exciting.
because this is what really perplexes me, okay, when it comes to lamps. What's the perfect shape?
The perfect shape would depend on the positioning of the lamp.
Not
really.
the base.
Also the base.
The positioning, okay.
I mean, where you will put
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lamp and also the base. It would really, like, this base I found from a recent trip to Japan.
Which is so
I
cool.
found at an antique market, Oedo Antique Market. As soon as I saw it, I said, okay, I have to buy this. I will convert this into a lamp. But at the time, it was I had a vague idea of what I wanted to do. But when I got here, like maybe 3 weeks later, I said, okay, let's make it. And then suddenly there was an aha moment. I said, okay, I want to make a really, really slim shade for it. It's something unconventional.
It looks like a
I
hat.
believe it looks like a hat. It looks like a UFO. I love hats, so maybe that's why.
It actually looks like, you know what it reminds me of? Something Korean, like the old,
Right.
the old world
Right.
Korean, like aristocratic
Right,
headwear.
right,
Yeah.
right. You're
Typically,
right.
when
You're right.
do you get inspiration from your travels? Because you mentioned you were in Japan.
For
you saw
sure,
that.
for
So
sure. I get inspiration from everywhere, actually, as Paul Smith said. I could be walking down the street and I find inspiration. I could be camping and I find inspiration in nature. Anything I touch and anything I see, I get inspiration from.
Do you
actually.
have a rule of thumb when it comes to colors and textures for how to add that to your living room?
Again, layering is important, but of course you have to know the basics first, right? The colors I'm not a fan of like matchy-matchy. Ferdi, you know this. Like, let's say black shoes with black bag. It doesn't necessarily.
Oh no, that's me. She saw my black shoes
You're
and
like-
black bag in the
We're
makeup
all black
room.
here.
So it's all about complementary colors and maybe highlighting something from, let's say, maybe like a blue and white with a touch of orange.
So you're lifting.
You're lifting,
You're
yes.
lifting from the color
Lifting
palette
from
of
the color
piece.
palette.
Okay.
And I always try to incorporate something that's off. I'm drawn to unfamiliar or odd pairings, as you can see from my lamps.
So when you do an odd pairing, it's not gonna be like when you walk in somebody's home, like, oh, what is this? Like, it looks out of place. How do you make it look in place?
There's a way to do it. How do you, it's complementary, but there's something off, but it's still beautiful to look at.
Would you make, but that's an important thing that you said. Actually, when you were saying that, the question in my head formulated, I was like, Do you think that everything has to match? Do they have to come in pairs?
Yeah, that's why.
Right? Because you've only got one, right? Is one enough?
So
Or do you
like,
have to go-
should we get like one more here, or do we balance
do you
it
give
with
us
like
another one?
something
Does it
else?
have to be two?
Yeah, I was
There's
like, do we need
always
3 or 2?
There always has to be symmetry, right? Like pairs of lamps are often, people always look for
Yeah, it's
pairs.
always 2 besides like the
there's
side
symmetry,
tables or
right?
something.
But I also encourage to mix and match, right? Like mismatched bases, but same shade. Something off. Something.
So like, for example, with this that you're giving us,
Yeah.
what's another thing you can give us for here that will match, that's symmetric?
Just take everything from me.
You
Just take everything.
Yes, you said it.
Because you need a pair of the sake and the
Yes.
So if for example though, what would you match with this?
Yeah.
If it was in a home, like in your home?
Again, it's highly dependent on what color their sofa is. Is it leather? Is it boucle? Is it...
I know na exactly where this is
right?
going this way.
So, I mean, I know. So maybe this and... I mean, even that lamp over there,
Right.
it works, right?
okay.
As long as it's not like, maybe like neon red or neon green. I mean...
Yeah. So, but of course, your personality comes out with the pieces that you
Right,
choose.
right.
Would
As
you
long-
ever make lighting fixtures for the ceiling?
It's funny that you ask me because I just made the most beautiful pendant lamps with Gabi Prado. I have not, no one has seen it yet. I have not launched it, not even Kitty, who takes beautiful photographs for Solano, has seen it. But
Because
we
she's
will
scared
soon.
we're gonna keep it.
But soon, because Gabi just completed it. I just saw it. We just finished putting the cables. We just finished wiring it. It is fabulous.
When are we launching that?
Soon. Next month.
Soon?
Maybe.
Oh, okay, that's very soon.
Very soon.
Do you have a
Alright.
showroom that our viewers can visit?
I do. It's in San Juan.
Yes, but you just look for her on Instagram, of
On
course.
Instagram,
but
yes.
Unfortunately, this is already spoken for.
We can make more,
You're not gonna
Ferdi.
see it in her showroom.
Actually, our last question before we let you go, now that Ferdi mentioned it, are most of your pieces one-offs? Or
Yes,
can you, if I
most
see-
of them are one-offs, but the floral lamps I can replicate.
All right,
I can
so now what we
duplicate,
want to
yes.
do here is rapid fire for you. So
Oh
we
my
have a
gosh,
few
are
questions
you gonna
to
do
ask
that
you.
thing?
Just like what Carlo Aquino said, pew pew. Okay.
Okay.
So we've got a few questions to say whatever answer you have very quickly, right?
Okay.
You want to start?
Hey, table lamp or floor lamp?
Floor lamp.
Warm light or cool light?
Warm.
Okay.
Ferdi, have you not listened
Yes,
to anything I
did.
said?
Ala, pinagalitan. She's taking back the light na. Minimalist or
Babawiin ko
statement
na yan.
piece? Minimalist or statement piece?
Statement.
Designing daytime or late at night?
Daytime.
A room that's actually the hardest to play with properly, especially with lighting.
Kids' rooms.
One word to describe your style.
Fun.
Fun, I like that.
Who's a designer or artist that you admire?
Oh, I have many. Wow. Medyo nagulat ako doon. I admire Gabi Prado a lot. Really, I think her style, the way, because she's hearing impaired, you see. So she hears through color.
Wow.
That's how she paints.
That's super interesting.
Yes.
All right,
Yes, that's
Michelle.
one of the reasons why I also love collaborating with her. Yeah.
If you probably already have this, but if you had an additional billion pesos in your bank account,
Additional.
what design project would you build?
I would probably build a campsite. If I had like a billion pesos, yeah, I would design the most beautiful campsite in
With
the
lots of
Philippines.
warm lightings and
With lots of warm
Calvin
lighting.
Kleins.
And
With
yeah, that's what
Calvin
I would do.
Okay,
right.
this question I'm actually so excited to ask because it's different and tailored to you. So our show's called The Daily Dish. We're always
Okay.
eating. We always think about
Okay.
food. What is your favorite dish? And if you could make that dish into a design, into a lamp, how would you do it? And what would it be?
I love pancit. just now in the green room.
We were just eating pancit.
No, Ferdi gave me pancit.
She's telling all our secrets what we do before the show.
I saw Ferdi eating like pancit. I said, I love that. So he ended up giving it to me. I love pancit.
So how would you make that into a lamp?
Okay, that's
Let's
a
do
challenge.
colors and textures.
Okay. Through colors and texture. Wow. So it's brown, right?
Yes.
And maybe there's green with the calamansi, with squid balls and vegetables. Yeah.
And the carrot for orange.
Yes, I actually have made a cabbage.
Tomato.
Yeah, I have a tomato lamp.
How cute. Yeah. You know what? You should do like a lamp series, a Filipino food lamp series.
Yes.
That would be cool with your
would super
pancit,
cool.
like adobo.
See, this is what I get inspiration from.
Yes,
Beautiful
but
conversations
we get 30%
like this.
because that's our deal. Yes.
50.
50.
Wow, okay.
All right.
I'm generous.
Thank you so much for joining us this
Thank
afternoon,
you.
Michelle.
Thank you, Ferdi and
we
Mo.
thoroughly enjoyed our
And
conversation.
thank you for our lamps. We love them so much.
We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. The Daily Dish will be right back with our new lamp.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. Before we go, the Independent Commission for Infrastructure is now winding down its operations. That's until March 31st. In a statement, the commission says it has turned over all its documents and findings on the flood control corruption scandal to the Office of the Ombudsman. The same documents will also be submitted to the Department of Justice and the Department of Public Works and Highways. Stay tuned to Bilyonaryo News Channel for more details on this story. So now the documents are now with Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla. So he is the man to talk to in the coming days. Now, on Monday next week, we'll talk to Youth Commissioner Jerica Ejercito on their agency's programs, as well as her personal advocacies. Monica Concepcion will also speak to us about women empowerment. That's it for us today, March 13. Join us again on Monday for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilled tea.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi. Anytime is a good time because it's always more fun with us.
And I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top with the news and stories that matter most.
And I'm Chal Lontoc, realizing that it's Friday the 13th pala. Stay tuned to the Bilyonaryo News Channel always.
Happy Friday. Thanks for making us your lunchtime companion. I'm Mai Rodriguez, and that's the Daily Dish. Served. Happy weekend.